Hello, everybody, and welcome to Kittens and Queens. I am Derek Shaw, and today we're going to be talking about the Queen side. So, what I wanted to talk about, I wanted to bring up your first time going to a gay bar, because I know when I first went, I was terrified. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. When I first went to a gay bar, I think I was 16 years old. I had a boyfriend, he was 21. He worked at a hookah bar, and I remember he found a fake ID of somebody, well, an ID. For me, it was fake because it wasn't me. And nobody claimed it for like so many days. So he was like, "Oh, like you should take it. Like, I think this looks just like you." And just for the record, this guy was like Middle Eastern and I'm white. So I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah. It kind of looks like me. Like, I'm tan and I have dark hair. So, I mean, I guess it can kind of work." So, and I remember he wanted to do that because he wanted me to go to a gay bar with him for the first time ever. So the first time I went to a gay bar, I went with this guy I was like dating, and the whole like when I went there, like I felt like a kid in the candy store. I couldn't touch because I had a boyfriend, but I was just like, oh my god, like all these boys everywhere. I was a little intimidated because like obviously when you go to a gay bar, you're gonna experience like the Queenie Queens who are like, don't talk to me, like I am so amazing, like I do this, I do that, da da da. And I was just kind of like, okay, like it's not me. I've always been the very alternative kind of type, like where I'm just kind of more laid back, like my style is just very chill, like I'm not very uptight. So like when I first went, it was crazy. And I guess like what I have to give for advice basically to anybody is don't go to a gay bar for the first time ever with your boyfriend. I didn't do anything bad. I just kind of like danced and like explored and like did whatever and like met new people. But the guy who I was dating at the time, I found him up against a wall with some guy that was like grinding all over him, and I just kind of like stood there and I was like, are you are you effing serious? Like you're just gonna do that in front of me? And then I have no idea what he did, but he like convinced me like, no, 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 no. He's like, he just came up on me. It's fine, whatever. And he's like, there's an after party. We should go. And I was like, okay, yeah, like I'll go to an after party. So we go to an after party, and this was in Columbus, Ohio, where I'm from. And we go to this place on campus, which is like around the very big college, Ohio State University. And somebody has like a party. And I love parties. I love parties so much. I love them. And we go there, and he's like not even like around me the whole time. Like he was like, flirting with other guys, and like I didn't know what was going on. And I was just kind of like hanging out because like I don't know anybody. Like, and I'm scared because like I've never been to a gay bar. So I remember I saw him. I was like in the living room, and there was music, and people were like had the living room as like a dance floor, and he was on this couch, and he starts making out with this guy. And so what I do, just to kind of get back at him, is like I see this guy, I'm dancing, because like I'm having fun, like I'm feeling myself, and there's a guy like right by me, and my boyfriend is kissing somebody else, so I look at him and I'm like, do you want to make out? And then we start making out. And he sees me, he gets really mad at me. He's like, why did you make out with this guy? And it becomes like this whole big thing. Like we were in a cab coming back to his place, and he's like arguing about me, the fact that I was like making out with some other guy. And I'm just kind of like, you know what? You were doing it all night. Like I'm kind of just like telling you, like, I can do the same thing if that's what you want to be like. So I guess the advice I have to give for, and like we ended up breaking up, just so everybody knows. Um, don't ever go with your boyfriend because it's going to be a lot of issues, especially if it's your first time. Like, I feel like my first time was kind of ruined because I kind of felt like, oh, I can never go with a boyfriend, or I couldn't experience it for the fullest, like, because I was like, oh, I'm with a guy, like, I shouldn't be all over everybody else, and he was doing it the whole time, and I should have just, like, done whatever he was doing, but just don't go with your boyfriend, and go with your girlfriends. Like, that's what you need to do. Especially if you're younger, because you probably don't have any gay friends yet. So you should probably go with your girlfriends, because they're gonna encourage you to do a lot of really fun stuff. And I know, like, later on when I started going out with my girlfriends, they like were like, go do this, go do that, and they would like shove guys on me, and they'd meet guys, and they'd be like, oh, this is my best friend, and you like meet a lot of more people that way. So I think it's a really good thing to do. So never go with your boyfriend. Rule number one. Rule number two, go with your girlfriends. Rule number three, look sickening as and work it. Just work it. Be confident, love yourself, and people will love you back. That's just how everything works. So until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. I love you. Bye.